So there are lots of different waivers. So remember, a waiver is a waiver of your right to an institution. So if I'm an older person, I'm waiving my right to a nursing home. And that waiver is administered by the Department of Aging. And it's called the passport waiver, among other things. So if I'm a senior citizen and I'm on Medicaid and I don't want to go to a nursing home, but I do need help with a shower and I go to the local area agency on aging and apply for that. If I'm 25 and I was just in a motorcycle accident, I have a spinal cord injury, and I need some help, and I don't want to go to a nursing home, I apply for something called the home care waiver at the local Job and Family Services office. The thing I didn't tell you about waivers, the other part of that settlement is that a waiver must always cost less than the institution. Well, it's less to live at home than it is to live in a nursing home. You know, whether I'm an older person or whether I just had a spinal cord injury. The Department of Developmental Disabilities and the county boards have 3 different waivers. They have a level 1 waiver, which is about $5,300 a year worth of services in the home and the community, plus some other stuff. There's a budget for home modifications and assistive technology. There's a budget for day services, and there's a budget if there's an emergency and I need some extra funding. There's a self waiver that provides $25,000 worth of services if I'm a child, and $40,000 worth of services if I'm an adult. You can actually, I didn't bring a copy because things are changing so rapidly, but you could go to the Arc of Ohio website and there's a chart for these. Oh, you brought a copy? Oh, I guess we do. And then there's the individual options waiver. The individual options waiver it has 2 budgets. One for what I need during the day, other than school, if I'm an adult, and what I need in the home and the community. That goes from about $5,300 up to the average cost of a state institution, which could be in the hundreds of thousands. Most people are well below that, more like 50,000 or less. So if I need to live in a group home, I need an IO waiver, an individual options waiver.
Can I jump in on the self waiver? So he said for kids on the self waiver, the funding is $25,000, and the definition is under age 22 for that.
Unless you're out of school.
Unless you're out of school. Yep.
If you're out of school, so you can leave school at 16. If you're out of school, you get the $40,000. But we encourage children to stay in school as long as possible. And you can stay in school if you have a disability until your 22nd birthday.